Hello everyone, welcome to the Fall 2019 Principles of Sustainability Section 60539. This video is going to cover the syllabus and the course expectations and the way that the course is going to be managed for the whole semester. Okay, so if you are an LTC student, the way that you're going to access this course is through Blackboard. And again, your Blackboard home page should look like this. A very important thing is on the left side is there's actually a lot of resources that the students can actually use. Most importantly, actually for you, the student handbook is actually in this actually power portion of Blackboard. And the student handbook actually has policies and procedures for like, in this case, about grades, about dropping courses, and so on and so forth. The other thing is there's actually an LTC emergency grant application as well, just in case you hit into some form of financial difficulty during the semester. You can actually click on this link and actually apply for an emergency grant. Okay, so very, very important here. So I'm going to enter our course site, Principles of Sustainability, and I'm actually going to enter the student preview mode because your site is not going to look like this. And so once you enter Principles of Sustainability website, now first of all, I hope that you all understand that this is an online course. So that means to say everything that you're going to be doing is through this Blackboard site here. So it's going to look like this if you're a student. And for your purposes, the only thing that you actually need to access during the semester is your syllabus, learning plans, and my grades. Okay? If you wish to email me, you can also click on the email link and you can actually select my name and actually send an email that way. But you can also go to your student email and actually send email that way as well. All right, so very, very important. So we're gonna look at the syllabus right away. So the syllabus, you can see it through this way, or you can actually download the syllabus through this link as well. So right here. And I know for a fact that you're probably wondering, how am I going to pass this course? How am I going to be successful in this course? Okay, so this class is a state curriculum, which means to say that all the Wisconsin Technical College systems actually teaches the course the same way. And the reason why we do that is so that every college in the state actually teaches the same material. So the main focus, the only focus of this class, and I'm not making things up by the way when I do lectures or quizzes or anything like that, is through this thing called course competencies. All right, and as you can see, there are 8 course competencies. It looks simple, but this is the basis of this class. And in each course competency, there's actually learning objectives that comes with it. Okay, if you are curious about the learning objectives, you can actually go to your learning plans. And under course resources, there's actually the whole curriculum for this class. So it actually has all the course competencies and all the learning objectives that comes with it. All right, so that's actually a very, very important thing. So how will this class be conducted? So I'm actually going to go right away to the schedule that's in the back. So this is our tentative semester schedule. Right, so right now I kind of made a mistake here, well, a little bit of a mistake, but we have LP0, which you should be doing first before you actually can embark on LP1. LP0 actually has a scavenger quiz attached to it. This quiz does not have any grade, does not have any points attached to it. Okay, however, in order for me to activate the next learning plans for you, so let's say, so I'm just going to use this pen a little bit here. All right, so in order for you to access learning plan 1 and all the other learning plans throughout the semester, you need to first take the scavenger quiz, which is under learning plan 0. And the reason why I'm asking you to do this is because I want to make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into, what the amount of work that's required, how many quizzes we have, how many papers we have, so on and so forth. Okay, very, very important that you understand what you're getting yourself into before we embark on this semester. Okay, so under each learning plan, actually, as you can see, each learning plan, everything in the learning plan opens on the 26th. There's actually an open and end dates here. So learning plan 1 opens on the 26th and ends on the 1st. Learning plan 2 opens on the 2nd and closes on the 8th. So anything that is in that learning plan, okay, now these learning plans will remain open throughout the whole semester, but the assessments, like the Blackboard assignments here, like quizzes, discussion boards, papers, will automatically end at the last date of that learning plan. Okay, so quiz 1, for example, will end on the 1st. So if you're gonna try to go back in the Blackboard and take quiz 1 after the 1st, it's no longer going to be there. Right, so make sure, so these are the from to to dates for each learning plan in each material. Okay, very, very important. Now, if you look, now obviously this is an online course, so everything, all the assignments, all the quizzes, and all the papers, and all the discussion boards are through Blackboard. Okay, and our class is actually heavy on papers. Okay, so you actually have 3 papers that you have to write during the semester. There are 10 quizzes, and there's actually 10 discussion boards as well. Okay, and I'm gonna go through the point breakdown in a few minutes. But again, you need to make sure that you are accessing each learning plan on the dates that's indicated and making sure that you complete all the assignments within that learning plan. Okay, so I'm going to make sure, so now we're going to go through the actual point breakdown for this semester. So this is actually very, very important. So this is the course grading information. So again, all of this assessment types are based upon this course competencies. Okay, so online quizzes, there's 10 online quizzes. Each online quiz is based upon the lecture material that's covered in that learning plan. And the good thing about this online quizzes, there's actually explanation for them on the bottom, is you actually have 2 attempts to take those online quizzes, and it takes the highest grade as your official score. All right, so again, very minimal. However, a big part of this class are papers. You actually have 200 out of this 330 points is actually based on papers. Okay, so you have 2 reflective papers. Those reflective papers are 50 points each, which brings up to be 100 points. You also have a big research paper based on a topic that you select, which consists of 2 areas, a proposal and a paper. And together, again, that's worth 20 plus 80, which is another 100 points. Right? Now, you might be saying, so I'm obviously not going to leave you out there hanging. So how do you know what's required of you for this reflective papers and for this research paper? So what you do is you go back to your learning plans, and there's going to be a learning plan that's actually labeled papers and projects. So in this papers and projects, there's going to be guidelines for both the research proposal and paper, which is 100 points, and the reflective paper, which is 50 point sheet, and there's going to be 2 papers in this thing. I'm going to tell you right now, these 2 papers require a lot of preparation. So the requirements are already out there. If I were you, I would start working on these papers right away, right? So that once the drop boxes for these papers open up, all you have to do is again attach and drop, and in this case submit your work, in this case for each one of them. Okay, and if you happen to have any, like in this case, any questions about these papers and projects, you can obviously email me, you can call me, you can also, like in this case, be able to like contact me through this thing called Blackboard Collaborate, which is going to be under student resources. Okay, so again, and I'm also probably going to attach it under the course resources page as well. All right, so very, very important here. So again, there's 330 points. If I go back to the syllabus here, 330 points for this class, right? You need 258 to get a C. This is a science class, and so therefore, in order for you to get a C, you need to have a at least 78%. So the course breakdown, in this case, the point distribution is again indicated here. Very, very important. Okay. Just to go back to your research paper, you can actually submit it twice. All right. So if during your first submission you got, like, let's say 50 out of 80, you can actually revise it based on on my feedback, and you can actually resubmit it for a better grade. Right? Now here's the deal. If you do not submit, okay, so I'm gonna go back here. Here's the first submission. If you do not have a submission on the first deadline, which is by the 13th of October, you are not eligible to submit a second time. All right, in order for you to be able to submit a second time, you need to have a submission during the first time. So try not to don't skip this one and say, oh, I can submit at the end. You can't. You need to have a first submission before you can actually give me a second submission. Okay? Very, very important here. So again, so I'm just gonna cover like a typical learning plan. So again, learning plan 0 is what we're gonna be doing this week. And again, you just have to take the scavenger quiz. If you do not take that scavenger quiz, okay, I will not open up learning plan 1 for you. And so make sure that you take this quiz. There's no points attached. You just have to go and complete this quiz. Okay, but let's look at a typical learning plan. So this is learning plan 1. Each learning plan will have an agenda. An agenda basically means an outline. All right, so it shows you the actual competency and the learning objectives attached to it. Explain the role of chemistry. So this is the basis of your quiz, and this is also going to be the basis of your lecture video that you're going to watch, similar to what I'm doing right now. All right, it's heavy on science, but again, if you watch the lecture video, hopefully that would be sufficient. And again, if you happen to have any difficulty grasping these connections, okay, email me, call me. Okay, I have a lot, there's a lot of ways that you can actually contact me. All right, it also tells you how to take the activities in sequence. So there's going to be slides, there's going to be videos, and then it's not shown here because it's not activated yet. The quiz 1 is actually going to be active, and then you will be able to take it. Right? Now, a lot of you will try to take the quiz while trying to read the slides and watching the videos. You will not have enough time. Make sure that you watch the videos, take notes on your slides, and then you should be able to be familiar, and should be familiar with the material, hopefully, that you can score good on the actual quiz. Okay, so this is going to be how a typical learning plan will look like. All right, so again, make sure that you go through the syllabus, make sure that you understand what is expected of you through this course competencies, how many points you need to get a decent grade, what is required for all of those graded assessments for you. Okay, what I haven't covered is the discussion boards, but just going to be like very, very specific, in this case, directions on how you complete each discussion board. All right, now obviously a lot of things can happen. So let's say you miss an exam, you miss a quiz because of one of these reasons. Okay, you need to give me that excuse. If you're going to ask for an extension, you need to show me evidence that the missed work that the work that you have missed is based on a valid reason. All right, just because you went to the Dells and had a rough night or a rough weekend of partying, okay, is not a valid excuse. All right, if you're gonna consistently fall below 78% during the semester, just know that I am gonna email you, I'm gonna call you. All right, because I want you to succeed. However, if I don't get any response from you, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to refer you to student services for an early alert. All right, so again, we're the college, me, the staff members, the student services, everyone in the college, we're trying to help you succeed in this course. All right, so again, please communicate with me when you actually are going to miss, for valid reasons, obviously. All right. As an end note here, again, so make sure that you go through your syllabus and make sure you take the scavenger quiz before learning plan 1 opens up. A lot of students who fail this course, not a lot of people have failed. It's not because of the material. A lot of them just did not complete the work at the deadline dates. All right, they always miss the quiz by 2 days, and then they send me an email that says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Abner, I forgot that quiz." Well, it's 2 days too late. All right, so you need to communicate with me every time you think that there's going to be a problem with you completing an assessment. All right, very, very important. I wish you luck, and again, please, you don't really need any luck in this class. Okay, do the work and you'll definitely succeed. Again, email me if you happen to have any questions.